Today I'm sharing my Carnivore Yogurt Custard Cake with a soft cake base and a creamy yogurt topping. This is a simple, nourishing dessert made with animal-based ingredients. Let's head into the kitchen and make it together. For the cake base, we'll be using 4 large eggs, 1½ tablespoons of unsalted butter, a tablespoon of gelatin powder, 1/4 cup of heavy cream, 1 tablespoon of collagen powder, a pinch of unrefined sea salt, 2 tablespoons of egg white protein powder, and for flex carnivores, there's the option to add raw honey or another sweetener, and vanilla extract. Again, these are options if you want additions to this cake base. For the topping, we'll be using 1 cup of Greek yogurt, 1 tablespoon of gelatin powder, ½ cup of heavy cream, and again, as an option for flex carnivores, you can use raw honey or another sweetener and vanilla extract. Start the cake base by preheating the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and separating the eggs. Do you usually separate eggs for desserts like this, or would this be your first time? Let me know in the comments. Beat the egg whites until stiff peaks form. The whites should hold their shape firmly when the beaters are lifted and appear glossy, not dry or grainy. Now it's time to bloom the grass-fed gelatin. Sprinkle 1 tablespoon of gelatin powder over 2 tablespoons of room temperature water, then set it aside. This step helps ensure that gelatin dissolves smoothly later on and prevents clumping in the batter. Gelatin supports joint health, gut lining integrity, and also provides collagen-building amino acids that help give structure to this cake. Let it sit for a couple of minutes until it is fully absorbed and spongy. In a saucepan, brown the butter until it turns golden and smells nutty, then turn off the heat. Be sure to visit carnivorecollections.com for the full recipe card and the nutritional breakdown. Stir in the heavy cream, bloom gelatin, collagen powder, and salt, mixing until everything is smooth. At this point, if you are going to go for a flex carnivore option, you can add in the honey or another sweetener and vanilla extract. Let me know in the comments if you would make this fully carnivore or add a sweetener and vanilla or other spices to make a flex version. I'd love to hear how you would customize it. Then whisk in the egg yolks until fully incorporated. Make sure the mixture is warm, not hot, so the egg yolks don't scramble. You're looking for a silky, pourable batter that blends easily with the whipped egg whites. This rich base adds moisture, structure, and nourishment to the cake. Now that the egg yolk mixture has cooled slightly, add in the egg white powder and mix until fully incorporated. Gently fold the whipped egg whites into the yolk mixture until it's well combined. Take your time here and keep as much air in the batter as possible. This helps give the cake its light, soft texture. Here I'm using an 8x8-inch stainless steel pan lined with unbleached parchment. One helpful trick when working with parchment is to crumple it up and briefly run it under water. This makes it much easier to shape and press neatly into the pan. Now pour the batter into the prepared pan and bake for 30 to 35 minutes until the center is set and the knife comes out mostly clean. The top should feel lightly firm to the touch with a gentle spring back. Once baked, remove it from the oven and allow the cake to cool for at least 15 minutes before adding the topping. This resting time helps the base settle. To make the topping, first bloom the gelatin in 2 tablespoons of warm water and stir until fully dissolved. It will then be set aside briefly to stay warm and fluid before mixing it into the yogurt. This helps ensure the topping sets smoothly without any lumps. Whip the cream until soft peaks form. The cream should be light and airy, holding a gentle peak when you lift the whisk. Be careful not to over-whip, as it can turn grainy. This whipped cream adds lightness and a creamy texture to the yogurt topping. Now stir the warm bloom gelatin into the Greek yogurt, mixing thoroughly until smooth. Make sure there are no streaks or lumps before moving on. This helps the topping set evenly and gives it that creamy custard-like finish. From here, gently fold in the whipped cream, and if you're adding honey, vanilla, or any other spices, you can mix those in now. Take your time and keep the mixture light and airy. You're looking for a smooth, creamy topping with no streaks of yogurt or cream. Now it's time to remove the cooled cake base from the pan and trim it to fit the mold. Carefully peel off the parchment. For the mold, I'm using an extendable stainless steel mold, and I'll be forming a square shape for this yogurt layered cake. Use a sharp knife to square off the edges so that it sits snug and even. This helps create those clean layers once the topping is added. Don't worry if it's not perfect, it will come together beautifully in the end. Let me know in the comments if this is a recipe that you'd use for a special occasion or just generally during the week for a quick treat. If you're using an adjustable mold, placing a rubber band around it helps keep everything stable while it sets in the fridge. This prevents the mold from shifting and helps the layers stay nice and even. Spread the yogurt cream topping evenly over the cake base. You can use an offset spatula or the back of a spoon to smooth the surface. Take a moment to gently level it out so that the layer looks nice and even. This helps the cake set beautifully and makes slicing much cleaner later on. And now chill the cake for 2 to 3 hours in the refrigerator until fully set. And here we have our fully set cake with the top firm to the touch. Gently remove it from the mold. You'll notice how clean the layers look once it's released. Take your time here so that the edges stay nice and smooth. And here's our Carnivore Yogurt Custard Cake with a soft cake base and a creamy yogurt topping. You can see how clean the layers hold together as they cut into it. The cake is light, gently set, and pairs perfectly with the smooth yogurt layer top. Let me know what your thoughts are on topping this with whipped cream, butter, or enjoying it as it is. This chills beautifully and has such a soft, creamy texture. It's one of those simple desserts that feels comforting without being heavy. Let me know in the comments if you'll be trying this recipe. Thanks so much for watching. You can find the full recipe card and printable instructions at carnivorecollections.com. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what carnivore desserts you'd love to see.